So we can settle back into the posture that we're familiar with, the comfortable posture for meditating, being ready to engage in the practice, remembering that we are surrounded by all of the suffering sentient beings and they are relying on us. And in our present state, it's very limited what we can do. But we have this incredible method to be able to liberate ourselves and all sentient beings. Who bestowed this method on us was our kind holy guru in the form that we first related to, the human form, which is just like the tip of the iceberg. Actually, the guru, also the Sambhogakaya and the Dharmakaya. So we start with the power of dependence, taking refuge. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I take refuge in all the three vehicles, in the Dakas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy guru forever. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I take refuge in all the three vehicles, in the Dakas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy guru forever. I forever take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. I take refuge in all the three vehicles, in the Dakas and Dakinis of secret mantra yoga, in the heroes and heroines, the gods and goddesses, and in the bodhisattvas of the 10 bhumis. But most of all, I take refuge in my holy guru forever. The power of regret. First, recall the definition of negative karma: any action that results in suffering, usually an action motivated by ignorance, attachment, or aversion. Almost every action I do 24 hours a day is motivated by worldly concern, attachment to the comfort of this life. It is like this from birth to death in this life and has been like that from beginningless rebirths. Nearly every action I've ever created has been non-virtuous, the cause of suffering. Not only that, but continuously I've also been breaking my Pratamoksha, Bodhisattva, and Tantric vows. Worst of all, I've created the heaviest of negative karmas in relation to my virtuous friends, getting angry at them, generating wrong views, having non-devotional thoughts towards them, harming their holy body and disobeying their advice. Having these negative imprints on my mental continuum is unbearable. It's as if I've swallowed a lethal poison. I must practice the antidote right away and purify all this negative karma immediately without a second's delay. In this way, generate strong feelings of urgency and regret. Remembering impermanence and death. Many people my age or younger have died. It's a miracle that I'm still alive and have this incredible opportunity to purify my negative karma. Death is certain, but its time is most uncertain. If I were to die right now, I'd definitely be born in the lower realms. Because I could not practice Dharma there, I would remain in the lower realms for countless eons. Therefore, how unbelievably fortunate I am to be able to purify my negative karma right now without even a second's delay by practicing the Vajrasattva meditation recitation. The power of dependence generating bodhicitta. But I am not practicing this Vajrasattva purification for myself alone. The purpose of my life is to release all hell beings, praetors, animals, humans, asuras, suras, and intermediate state beings from all their suffering and its causes and lead them to unsurpassed enlightenment. In order to do this, I must first reach enlightenment myself. Therefore, I must purify all my negative karma immediately by practicing the Vajrasattva meditation recitation. So now focusing on emptiness, how everything is in the nature of emptiness, yourself, the practice, the deity. And out of emptiness, about 6 inches above the crown of your head, appears the seed syllable pum. And this transforms into a 1,000-petaled lotus. And on top of the lotus appears the seed syllable R, which transforms into a moon disk. And in the center of the moon disk stands the seed syllable Hum. And suddenly the Hum transforms into a white 5-pronged Vajra with Hum at its center. And much radiant light emanates from both the Hum and the Vajra, going out into the 10 directions and completing the 2 purposes, offering great psychic blissful energy to all the gurus and Buddhas, and purifying the defilements of all sentient beings. The whole universe melts into light, and this light then returns and is absorbed by the Hum in the Vajra. The Hum and the Vajra also melt into light and transform into Heruka Vajrasattva. Vajrasattva is white. He has 1 face and 2 arms. Sitting in the full lotus position, he holds a Vajra in his right hand at his heart and a bell in his left, which rests in his lap. His consort, Dorji Nima Kamo, embraces him, her legs encircling his body. She too is white and has 1 face and 2 arms. She holds a curved knife in her right hand and a skull cup in her left. They are both dressed in robes of heavenly silk and adorned by precious jewel ornaments. They both have seed syllables Om at the crown chakra, A at the throat, and Hum at the heart. And then think, Vajrasattva is my root guru, the holy mind of all the Buddhas, the Dharmakaya, who out of his unbearable compassion, which embraces you and all other sentient beings, appears in this form to purify you and all others. And in this way, your mind is transformed into Guru devotion, the root of all blessings and realizations of the path to enlightenment. On a moon disk at Vajrasattva's heart stands a Hum encircled by a garland of the 100-syllable mantra. As a powerful stream of white nectar flows from the Hum and mantra garland, you are cleansed of all sicknesses, spirit harms, negative karma, and obscurations. The meaning of the mantra, you, Vajrasattva, have generated the holy mind, bodhicitta, according to your pledge, samaya. Your holy mind is enriched with the simultaneous holy actions of releasing transmigratory beings from samsara, the circling suffering aggregates. Whatever happens in my life, happiness or suffering, good or bad, with a pleased holy mind, never give up, but please guide me. Please stabilize all happiness, including the happiness of the upper realms. Actualize all actions and sublime and common realizations. And please make the glory of the 5 wisdoms abide in my heart. So as we recite the mantra for the first section of the purification, the downward purification, it's like flushing the cache on the computer. We've got to flush all of those dodgy websites, all of those ones that automatically come up without us even knowing, all of the cookies, all of the habit patterns that take us unawares, all of the dodgy code. Not only do we do it once, but we have to do it again and again. Every time we open up that browser, every time that we connect with the world, we have to flush the cache. Otherwise, all of that habitual negativity comes back. So as we recite the mantra, then the light and the nectar flow through us again and again, flushing out all of the karmic residue, all the karmic habits, all of the negativities, all of the suffering results, and all of the causes completely from our system. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Tsutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Jido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Feel your whole body clean, clear, incredibly blissful, spacious, infinitely alert and aware. And then for the upward purification, so now we've flushed the cache, we're completely clean. Now we can fill up with sparkling new code. So the code, the DNA of the mantra, the code of Vajrasattva, of Vajrasattva's vision of the world, instead of the ordinary view, all the habitual stories and pages and sites that we visit again and again in an unconscious manner. Now we fill up with the Vajrasattva vision. And so the actual code, the DNA of purification, of enlightenment, of all of the wisdoms realizing emptiness completely fills your clean, clear body in the form of light and nectar. And as it does, it continues to fill up your body until all of the overflow continuously bubbles up from the crown of your head. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tenopatita Drido Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anarato Me Bhava Savasiddhi Me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shriyam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatata Gata Vajramame Muncha Vajrabhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Vajrasattva patita, Drito me baba, Sutokaya me baba, Supokaya me baba, Anarato me baba, Savasiti me prayata, Savakama tutame, Chitam Shiam Kuruhum, ha 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 ho, Bhagavan, Savatatagata, Vajramame Muncha, Vajrababa Maha, Samaya, Sapa Ahom Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito me Baba Sutokaya me Baba Supokaya me Baba Anarato me Baba Savasiti me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shiam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatagata Vajramame Muncha Vajrababa Maha Samaya Sakpa Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito me Baba Sutokaya me Baba Supokaya me Baba Anarato me Baba Savasiti me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shiam Kuruhom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatagata Vajramame Muncha Vajrababa Maha Samaya Sapa Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito me Baba Sutokaya me Baba Supokaya me Baba Anarato me Baba Savasiti me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shiam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatagata Vajramame Muncha Vajrababa Maha Samaya Sapa Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito me Baba Sutokaya me Baba Supokaya me Baba Anarato me Baba Savasiti me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shiam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatagata Vajramame Muncha Vajrababa Maha Samaya Sapa Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito me Baba Sutokaya me Baba Supokaya me Baba Anarato me Baba Savasiti me Prayata Savakama Sutame Chitam Shiam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatagata Vajramame Muncha Vajrababa Maha Samaya Sapa Ahom Pe. So feel your whole body incredibly radiant, energized. Feel that all of the subtle negativities are completely purified, especially on that more subtle level of the 80 indicative conceptions. And then for the instantaneous purification of countless flashes of light from Guru Vajrasattva, Father and Mother, flashing down through your crown. So whenever we meditate on light, it means emptiness. It's a way of experiencing emptiness and remembering emptiness. And whatever we see is in the nature of light. Just like with whatever web pages we visit, what we're seeing is light. So every moment, again and again, these flashes of light through our crown remind us of emptiness till we have our entire being is filled with that blissful remembrance or experience. And just like we can change whatever web page, it doesn't matter. It's all made of light. And so with our wisdom realizing emptiness, instantaneously we can dissolve all of the subtle negativities, the imprints, dissolve into emptiness, into light. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito me Baba Sutokaya me Baba Supokaya me Baba Anarato me Baba Savasiti me Prayata Savakama Tutame Chitam Shiam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Savatatagata Vajramame Muncha Vajrababa Maha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito Me Baba Sutokayo Me Baba Supokayo Me Baba Anarato Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Tsutame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajra Baba Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito Me Baba Sutokayo Me Baba Supokayo Me Baba Anarato Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Tsutame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajra Baba Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito Me Baba Sutokayo Me Baba Supokayo Me Baba Anarato Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Susame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajra Baba Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito Me Baba Sutokayo Me Baba Supokayo Me Baba Anarato Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajra Baba Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito Me Baba Sutokayo Me Baba Supokayo Me Baba Anarato Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajra Baba Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Teno Patita Drito Me Baba Sutokayo Me Baba Supokayo Me Baba Anarato Me Baba Sava Siddhi Me Prayata Sava Kama Sutame Chitam Shriam Kuru Hom Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajrama Me Muncha Vajra Baba Maha Samaya Sattva Ahom Pe. So feel your whole body again, radiant, energized. All of those negativities completely purified, even the very subtle ones. It's not that they've gone somewhere else, but they have completely vanished. So just as light illuminates a dark room and the darkness doesn't go somewhere else, it vanishes. And just like when you close a website tab, it's not that it goes somewhere else. When you change a page, it's not that it goes somewhere else. It just dissolves into emptiness, into its ultimate nature. So from the crown of your head, Guru Vajrasattva says, O son of the race, your negativities, obscurations, and broken and damaged pledges have been completely purified. So generate strong faith that they have been completely purified, just as Guru Vajrasattva has said. The power of refraining from creating negativities again. Before Guru Vajrasattva, I vow never again to commit those negative actions from which I can easily abstain, and not to commit for a day, an hour, or at least a few seconds those negative actions from which I find it difficult to abstain. Guru Vajrasattva is extremely pleased with your pledge, with your practice. Vajrasattva, father and mother, melt into light and dissolve into you. And your body, speech, and mind become inseparably one with Guru Vajrasattva's holy body, speech, and mind. Feel that there is no difference, no separation. Your mind and Vajrasattva's mind, one, in one taste. Then contemplate. In emptiness, there is no I, creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. Placing your mind in that emptiness for a little while, and this way looking at all phenomena as empty. They do not exist from their own side. And so we can think that every time that we see a web page, every time we're on our phone or on the computer, that we look at the light and that we extricate ourselves from the contents, that we release our bondage to believing in the contents as real, and we remember it's in the nature of emptiness, in the nature of light, so that we become so familiar with this that whenever we see a web page, we remember emptiness. And whenever we're in our life, we also remember emptiness. So with this awareness of emptiness, we dedicate the merits. Due to all the merits of the 3 times collected by me, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all other sentient beings, which appear to be real from there, but which are empty, may the I, which appears to be real but is empty, achieve Guru Vajrasattva's enlightenment, which appears to be real but is empty, and lead all sentient beings who appear to be real but are totally empty to that enlightenment, which appears to be real but is empty, by myself alone, which appears to be real but is also totally empty, non-existent from there. May the precious bodhicitta, the source of all happiness and success for myself and all other sentient beings, be generated within my own mind and in the minds of all sentient beings without even a second's delay. And may that which has been generated be increased. May I and all other sentient beings have Lama Tsongkhapa as our direct guru in all our lifetimes, never be separated for even a second from the pure path that is greatly praised by the conqueror Buddhas, and actualize the complete path, the 3 principal paths and the 2 stages of highest yoga tantra, the root of which is guru devotion, within our minds as quickly as possible. Just as the brave Manjushri and Samantabhadra realize things as they are, I dedicate all these virtues in the best way that I may follow after them. Whatever dedication the 3-time victorious ones gone to bliss have admired as best, in the same way I also perfectly dedicate all these roots of virtue so that I may perform good works. And then offering our practice to our holy gurus in the form of light that we see absorbs into their heart, making them incredibly vivacious, youthful, filled with energy and good health. So for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And for the swift return and recognition of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, in holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, you wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable Venerable Guru, to you I make request. And for Geshe Tenzin Zopa, Tenzin Zopa, leading a pilgrimage path through samsara, humble and courageously devoted heart son of Yogi Konchog, guiding with Dharma delight at the perfect place and perfect time. Please ripen sentient beings with your Dakini dance until the inseparable union. And then that completes our practice. And so usually we imagine a rainfall of flowers, a spontaneous manifestation of all of your virtues falling down all around you. But Geshe Zopa in the initiation said when we tossed the flowers, that actually it wasn't flowers manifesting in space, it was the mantras, it was the mantra garlands, and it was the mantra falling down from space. So we can just think that just like in the Matrix, when all the code comes down from space, it's the Vajrasattva code, looking like flowers falling down all around us, that parallel reality that's there all the time, the manifestation of your own virtue.